Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 25th to the 31st of December 2017. This is obviously a very big week as we're coming out of the winter solstice and we enter a new solar cycle. So by the 24th we start to see the light hours get longer, symbolically the light returning to the planet. And this is a great time for us to let go of the past, to step over a threshold and to start to focus on where we want to go in the next cycle. So sometimes this cannot be a great time to do that, and we're better to wait until January according to the stellar alignments. But this year it's an excellent time to start to focus on our goals, on our essence and on our expression in the next year. Because by Monday we have Venus moving into Capricorn. So Venus is our heart, it's what we care about, it's what we're expressing, it's what we're resonating, it's what we're sending out from the centre of ourselves, and we've put the heart back at the centre of our life now. So Venus in Capricorn says, what do you care about? What are you going to apply yourself to with dignity and heart and elegance? What talents are you grateful for, and how are you going to refine them and put them towards something that really matters, building towards something of lasting worth? So to slow right down on the 25th should be fairly easy, but not to get too caught up in the festivities, leaving enough time to connect with the goodness, the generosity, the togetherness by all means, but beginning to look at where we've been, how we've changed, and what our now expression is that's going to permeate our world and influence our actions and the results we get as a result. So on Monday there, Venus into Capricorn for a few weeks, really centering in the heart and looking at what we're actually feeling, thinking and doing, and what that leads to. So this week is all about goal setting. It's making a steady plan, because by Tuesday Venus meets with Saturn to create the structure and the process. But we only need to have a little bit of structure. We need enough room between the thoughts and the goals to actually move and breathe and expand, because sometimes we set goals and they're too small for us, or they're coming from a place of fear and need or lack. But if we put the meaningful bricks in place, then we need enough space to be able to dance and flow and expand and change as well. So maybe by Tuesday just start to put a few pieces in place there of what you really care about, what you'd like to put your attention to for the year ahead. But then maybe ask, is this big enough? Is this all? Is this actually the expression of me, or can I grow? And staying flexible towards that potential. We are stepping into a very different year. By the Chinese New Year, which is the new moon in Aquarius, we're going to be entering into the cycle of the Earth Dog. So we've had 2 very fiery years, very intriguing, inspiring, possibly upsetting, in as much as whatever was set has been turned on its side. But we've had some lively, sparky energy. But this year we're going to be stepping into the Earth Dog, which will be very solid and loyal and slow moving, but adds to this building feeling. So if we're setting our intentions now, just to know that by February we'll be walking into that lovely, solid, sustaining, nurturing earth energy, and that can help colour the goals that we start to set now. So very much about slowing down and finding the inner value. By Thursday we have another aspect which will really help us here, which is Mars at a harmonic aspect to Neptune. So most of the time when we set goals, we can be taught and conditioned to think on a very physical level, like moving house or a new job or earning more money, all the physical things there. But with Mars trine Neptune, I feel that the real essence of where we're going and what we're resonating as far as our true self is concerned is to find the fire and the excitement inside the dream, inside every cell in our body, and to raise our resolutions up to a spiritual level, to connect with what feels right, to connect with our dreams, and to connect with the much bigger part of ourselves outside the 5 senses. So a lovely aspect there to go really in deep and say, what excites me? What is it that I'm passionate about? What's my dream? And start to actually include a spiritual aspect to our resolution setting. And then, as if by magic, by Friday we have Mercury at the middle degree of Sagittarius, so this actually helps us with pinpoint focus. Now that we've done the step by step, we've done the renewal at the winter solstice, we've let go of the past and we're appreciating our new solar energy, our refreshment, our rejuvenation. We've centred with Venus in Capricorn and began to make a plan. We've structured that with Venus meeting Saturn, but leaving enough room. And we've gone to the centre of what we care about and what excites us on Thursday with Mars and Neptune. And then by Friday, focus, focus, focus. We should be clear now. We should be able to absolutely see the real message of what we've learnt during the retrograde and pinpoint our inspiration with clarity and the freedom to actually follow our true path and be our true selves. Then as we come to the weekend, there's always lots of talk at this time of year about it being New Year, but that's not actually true. We have a number of New Years in astrology. We have the winter solstice, is the rebirth of the sun, or we have the spring equinox, which is when we go from Pisces to Aries and start a new zodiac cycle. But the actual astrology of December the 31st is the sun begins to align with Sirius. And this happens twice a year, at the beginning of January and the beginning of July. It's a very important time, but it's all about going inwards and not being pulled outwards. So if you're not feeling like going out, then being in a state of retreat, gratitude, meditation, that's actually favoured over going out and having to carry on partying and the social side of things. So if you do enjoy New Year's Eve, then by all means do it with honour and integrity. But if you don't feel like going out, then this is a great night to stay in, find the central fire, enjoy your own inner fireworks, your excitement, and connect with maybe who you are over many lifetimes rather than just getting caught in the linear time. This is another year, I'm a year older. That kind of thinking doesn't help, but maybe have a look over a long period of time. Who are you? What have you come here for? Appreciating your talents, and then seeing with this added vision that the whole of this week brings, where your soul contract is and what you can contribute. Because again, with intention setting, that can often be what we're going to get, the rewards, what we want. But what about your contribution? If your sun is reborn, if your light is shining, if you're aligning to the spirit inside every cell and you're focusing that energy, then a quick thought there on what's that actually going to contribute? What's that going to bring to the collective? And what's your happy, comfortable and important place in what's going on right now? How can you add all that you are to live a joyful life, a purposeful life, and connect with others and help in raising the vibration and creating a better world? So big stuff there, but day by day, something to be done each day. It's a very gentle feeling, it's very hopeful, very liberating and very bright. If we keep it simple, we keep it heart-centered, and we enjoy every moment. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. I'd like to say a big thank you for everybody that's followed me this year and come for readings and joined in my meetup groups. This has been a really wonderful year. I've met so many beautiful souls, and we've shared so many free and wild and fun experiences, connected together and explored the magical side of life, aligning ourselves with our power. That it's really an honour to be able to do this, and I do appreciate each and every one of you, and would like to wish you a wonderful winter solstice rebirth, and I look forward to carrying on this work in the new year. If you'd like to find me for a reading or information on any of my meetups or products, then please do contact me via my website www.astrozo.com, where you'll see information about readings, courses, meetup groups, products and upcoming events for 2018 as well. So for any of that, please do contact me, zoehines7@gmail.com.